Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We've made our way to the Waning Moon, where we had a delightful conversation with this Thisibald Thorm. Ha! And he told us a bit about what's going on in the area, but when we finally refused to drink again, he attacked us. We took one of his drinks, which was definitely not a good idea, but we did it anyway. But he attacked us, and we, managed to put him down in a pretty tough fight. Yeah, I guess that's all there is to say on that. I was unsure if we would be successful in that fight before he eventually went unconscious from over-drinking. And that left us off with being here to loot this place. We're going to be looking for a ledger, we were told here, to help convict a murderess. Song for sailors, soldiers, and sirens.
Let's see what this does.
It's a book. The Drunken Dwarf. M. The dwarf drank once, and she beat the drum. D. The dwarf drank twice, and her lips went numb. M. The dwarf drank thrice, and she smashed her thumb. D. M. AI diddle AI. M. The dwarf drank once, and... oh, E minor maybe? Maybe those are chords that you're supposed to play. E minor or E major maybe. I don't know. I was in music ages ago, but played saxophone, not anything that actually recorded chords. But I'm guessing that's what they're talking about here. The elf drank once, and he started moaning. The elf drank twice, and his mind went roaming. The elf drank thrice, and his mouth was foaming. AI diddle IA. AI? Ha! Salty Dick the Sailor. I met him in the elf song. He had but one black eye, and there he slept until he wept and drained his vessel dry. He bolted to attention, I saluted him in kind. One lucky stroke, I shared a smoke, and paid him no more mind. Lover quitted. After some ales, alas and alack, your eyes fall upon one whom won't glance back, a pretty priest of Tyr. Have heart, my friend. I know him too well, but tell them these words. It works like a spell. I'm a paladin of Sune, a warrior of love. There's no better lover in all the plains above. And my act of devotion, my vow to my goddess, both of us in motion. Sure. Let's see, anything of value. Is that camp supplies? It is. It just looks really huge. Again, I'm not so sure how smart it is to be grabbing drink from an undead bar, but doing it anyway. I think most of the food we're going to find here, besides alcohol that seems to keep forever, is all rotted. Let's see, any of you have stuff? No. We can grab that. Oh, I did not want you to drink that. Dude.
That might be worth a look.
You were supposed to just pick it up. I can't reach it. Common table wine. Okay, well let's check out the loose planks. Madeline's ledger. That's what we're here for. Let's read it. The words "for the attention of Dark Justiciar Natasha" are written across the top of every page. This is an excerpt from the last page. Morning, day 15. Simon Noack said Ketherick wouldn't hold on to Moonrise Tower for long at this rate. Evening, day 18. Imani Atakni claimed it was unfair that the Thorms had the cushiest jobs. Night, day 22. Mark Jacobs, Benjamin Blatchett, made jokes about the Thorms, especially Lord Ketherick. Said he was a miserguts and a weeping nutsack, and discussed exactly how his wife would have liked it. I know what Mark and Ben said was just plain awful, Lady Natasha, but they're some of my best friends, and I've never heard such talk out of them. They were upset over their wages being cut, and were the drunkest I've ever seen by midnight. I know it looks bad, but hand over heart, you've never met two gents more devoted to Our Lady, I swear it. Different, more elegant script appears beneath it. Our Lady of Lost would be proud of you, Madeline. Do not worry about Mark and Benjamin. Myself and your two gents are simply going to have a little chat, I promise. Then a blank page. So we'll need to go back and report that we found it.
Best be on my way.
So many things that we just can't get to. I could use Mage Hand to get to a bunch of them, but I don't care enough. Well, there's some Firewine barrels. Where were you when this fight was going on? That fight was so crazy. Wooden barrel is empty. We could go up and out through there, but I think I want to stay in this building for now. Anything over here? No? Okay. So I guess let's check upstairs and see what we've got. Bottles. That's valuable. Well, arguably valuable. Grab all of... No, out of the way, Astarion. Trying to carefully grab various bottles. Okay. That's all of that. Wooden chest up here. Cool. What if the developers actually intended people to grab all of the, like, scattered mugs of beer that were lying on the ground just for camp supplies? Looks like they were placed there primarily for, you know, just appearance. But technically they're counted as food. So I'm, of course, going to grab them. I doubt we can grab this. No, we can. Thought that would be too far out of the way. Grab that one as well. Let's go back up. Here we go. Ban list. Barred from entry. The following ex-customers are unwelcome. Do not let them in, even should they beg, especially should they beg. Martin Daughtry, human, question mark, chug and run. Adam Smythe, lascivious behavior, also known as the pickle incident. Garingoth Thorm, she knows what she did. You're banning a Thorm. Interesting. Kevin Ort, tall dwarf, exceedingly boring. Syrah B, short half-elf, vomited on the waiter purposefully. Gross. Unknown elf, pale skin, snide mouth, referring to master. Distiller as a porcine publican. Rochelle Quark, halfling, groin punching. Jan Von Don, suspected alias, grotesquely tall human, underpants on head. Weird. Let's grab all the things as usual. Because why would we not? It's just more availability of camping for the night to get our rest back. Not that we do it overly much. One could argue after that last fight it would be smart to rest. I guess we could do a short rest.
Oh, that took the edge off.
There we go. Get everyone back to full. Can't actually grab the bottle. Yeah, we can. There we go. It's just interesting to have so much rotten food, but it's like, yeah, all the drink is still good. Even mugs that are tipped over on their side are still full of perfectly good drink. Oh, did I just hear some weird noises? Worrying. Yeah, I definitely think we're hearing noises. Big book of little drinking games. Pain spree. Gather your pack, capture a gnome. One by one, your chums gloat how to best maim the gnome. In alpha, beta, I, ickle order, starting with A. Alpha, bet, I, ickle. Sure. Starting with A, come up short, take a drink. Last chum standing gets to kill the gnome. Example, heir to the bullocks. Break his shins, club its head with the broken shins. Stoned. Get a stone. Invade an inn. Kill everyone there. What a fun game. Fill 10 tankards with ale. Arrange them in a triangle on each side of a table. Long ways, you fool. Or arrange them first and then fill them. I don't care. Put half your chums at one side, half at the other. Take turns throwing the stone at the opposite tankards. Get it in, drink it dry. 10 empty cups, your team loses. Winning team gets to yank a single claw of their choice out of the loser's feet. So, table pong, but using a stone with the consequence of yanking claws. Yikes. Deal a drink. Attack a village with your pack. Keep killing till a chum loots a deck of cards. Just the fact that they're like, yeah, we need a deck of cards for this game, so go kill a bunch of villagers until you happen to find one. Okay. Choose a dealer, I don't care how. Shortest tail, ugliest feet, something like that. Chum on the right gets 2 chances to guess the card on top. The dealer chum says if it's higher or lower. Dealer chum chugs twice if the first try is right, and chugs once if the second try is right. If the guess chum fails, they chug the difference between the final guess and the card. If your last guess is a 4 and the card is a 9, you take 5 chugs. It's basic mathematics. Now, new chum dealer, when the last one fools 2 guest chums, last one standing torches the village. That is... Can we see anything about who wrote this? Surprisingly thick volume of drinking games attributed to Kobold. I'm assuming that is a kobold. Take the book. And not actually someone named Kobold.
Halflings and gnomes, order here.
Was there a kobold who ran this desk for the halflings and gnomes? Let's see. Anything else of note while we're up here? Yep. A little bit more drink. So we'll obviously grab it all. Pretty soon we'll have to send it back to camp. I'm assuming the canteens don't actually... Yeah, they're not actually food. That seems to be everything up here. Yeah? Yeah. So now, let's see. Can we get... No, that's not anywhere to get back. So we can go out through here. Was there a back door over here? Kind of thought I remembered seeing one, but now I'm wondering if I'm misremembering. No, there is a back door. So let's head over here. Once my party gets over here. Let's see what's out through here. If we look... Yeah, that just takes us into caves, it looks like. But it shouldn't get us interrupted. So my worry about going out through here is that we could get to a point where we're noticed by these people. Although we still need to go to the toll house, to the Masons Guild, etc. And it would be nice to find a teleportation spot, because once we do, we could go back over to here and report back. Although I guess to get there, we're going to have to teleport here and walk the whole way, or vice versa. It's not going to be a quick trip, but I do want to report back. Okay. Where do you go? Yeah, into some sort of cave network. I assume we used the key that we got off of the bloated man. Something Thorm. Visible Thorm? Yeah, you can get there walking around, apparently. We'll hold off on that for a moment. You are locked. Well, Astarion, your time to shine.
Easy.
I would hope so. Take guidance even though you don't need it. Yeah.
Let's
What do we
move.
got? Icarus gloves. When the wearer deals acid damage, they also inflict noxious fumes upon the target. Noxious fumes. Hostile creatures in a radius of 10 feet take 1 to 4 acid damage. Interesting. Because we've got the ring of acid damage on Astarion. So let's send these to Astarion and see what he's currently wearing. Oh, the gloves of the underdog, which are so good. They're so good. Okay. I don't think I want to give that up. The amount of advantage he has gotten from those is really hard to give up.
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
Karlach could easily give up one of these rings. What about your gloves? Gloves of missile snaring is also not that critical. So we could give her the ring of acid, since she gets 2 attacks or 4 when hasted. Yeah. The 2 acid's nice because he gets 3 attacks in a turn. She gets 2 attacks in a turn, so it's like, is it that important to be on him? I think the answer is no. So we'll give that to you and give that to you.
Hey-ho.
And then you can put on the caustic band in place of resistance to poison. Sure. And then put on these. So you no longer have the missile snaring, but I don't think it was terribly important. But now every time you hit, you do 2 acid damage. Oh, this is poison, not acid. No, when acid damage, they inflict noxious fumes. Good. I didn't get that wrong. So every hit, you're going to do 2 acid damage, and then all hostile creatures in a radius of 10 feet will take an additional 1 to 4 acid damage. I mean, you might be able to proc that twice in a turn, or potentially up to 4 times. All
Is that
things
blood?
considered.
No, never mind.
Empty. You've got something. More water.
What path lies before me?
Research notes. Ooh. Bunch of toxins. I'm assuming this is where his brew was originally crafted. Let's read the research notes first before we mess with everything. Purple worm gullet. Okay. Research notes. Where are you hiding? Here.
Here goes nothing.
Research notes. They describe a powerful venom extracted from a rare purple worm. Distiller Thizabald Thorm sought to create a fatal poison using the worm's gullet. He procured several parts of a worm gullet, but rinsed one in error. The poison he brewed was noxious, but not fatal. He devoted months to formulating a deadly poison with the remaining ingredients, without success. After exhaustive experimentation, he was able to make a near-deadly extract from the glands. But to complete his poison, Thizabald required one last ingredient, the petals of a corpse rose. The book's index reveals corpse roses may grow near tombs, Mausoleums and particularly redolent cadavers. Theobald enlisted a courier from Baldur's Gate to obtain corpse rose petals and other ingredients and deliver them to a covert location. Unfortunately, a deep purple stain darkens the final page, obscuring the parcel's destination.
Are we wanting to finish this poison? Presumably if we'd left him alive, we could have found out about this and offered to help. Though I don't know if I'd want to help him make his super poison, because that doesn't sound good. Focus your eyes on the page. Mentally separate the blank ink from the purple stain. We do have the headband of intellect still, which helps with these sorts of checks. So give it a go and take guidance. +4 to 7 on a DC 14. It's not bad. Yeah. Good.
Your mind separates the black from the blue, revealing the stash's location. You mark your map as a reminder. With
Okay.
the corpse rose petals the package contains, you might create Theobald's purple worm poison.
Why do I want his super poison? Who knows? But it's now an option.
Maybe I need more pockets.
Suspension of purple worm slime. Yum. Definitely take the research notes with us. What are you, bottle? Empty poison bottle. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I'm not leaving behind anything of value. Drow poison. He was really obsessed with his poisons, clearly. The Waning Moon consignments. Waning Moon's deliveries are recorded here in careful hand. The rear pages, however, are devoted to the distiller's personal reflections. 10 Tarsak. Father Ketheric's reach begins to extend beyond Wraithwind's borders. The Thorns are but collectors of coin, glory, blood, and more yet. I, however, collected that which holds the most value, information. The Mason caught my eye. Straight as his steps and faithful are his words, for as long as drink does not touch his tongue. 2 drops of Blackfire whiskey, and he sings his heart's true tune. He calls Father a tyrant, a coward, a traitor. He beseeches the Moon Maiden to shine upon him once more. Dangerous words. I have told Father. He will surely silence the Mason and make him an example. Meanwhile, the Mason drawls his heresy. It is all I can do not to mock him in his very face. 6 flame roll. My own methods used against me. The ale she fed me was poisoned, and by my own hand. My truth serum was all too effective. I professed the lot. The poisoned drinks, Malice's treatments, the interrogations, all of it. She means to reveal our schemes to the Baldur's Gate authorities, unless, of course, I grace her palm with more gold than Garangoth could muster. Father would have my head if he knew, or worse yet, donate me to Malice. Such is my good fortune that I possess all manner of barrels. She should make a perfect fit. 23 Eliant. The Harpers came too close. They poisoned Father Ketheric himself, yet he professes no ill effects. Malice insists it's a fluke. Doctor he may be, but he is no less a fool for it. Father has achieved that which I can only dream, immortality. I've long suspected I can guess Father's purpose, but I cannot fathom the means. Maybe if we had a super poison, we could overcome this? Probably not. I was just wondering if that's the purpose of the poison, but they straight up poisoned him with no ill effects. So maybe he's immune to poison. But who knows if he's immune to a super poison? Elixir of poison resistance. Perception failed.
Looks like a trap there.
Okay. Good, people are doing perceptions.
Keep a blade close.
Please disarm this. Perfect. Just don't want to accidentally blow up. Or whatever that would do.
Should be
And unlock this. Oh, you already got guidance, of course. Then I'll have him unlock that door. DC 5. Okay. I think anyone in our party could have pulled that off. Nearly beat it by 20.
still breathing, despite everything.
Right, make sure you pick this up,
Always
because
room
I
for
almost
more.
forgot to. On serpent venom toxin. Would you like to know something interesting? If you mix suspension of venomous fang with vitriol of Lulth's candle, any vitriol will do, out comes a poison. Drip, drip, drip. When in doubt with alchemy, when in need of ecstasy, when my throat clicks with scream, drip, drip, drip is what I dream. It did not work. The platinum scale plan did not work, and I hurt so badly. Part 13 of the Basics of Alchemy series by him. Okay. Punch-drunk bastard. Tippler's Rage. While you are drunk, you have advantage on attack rolls. You also create a blast with each attack, dealing 1 to 4 thunder damage for 10 feet. Then when you miss with an attack, you deal 1 bludgeoning damage anyway. You see, Hick, the really, really important thing, Hick, about this item is belches copiously. Oh, sod it. It's a club. Enjoy. Sure. Don't think we're going to give that to anyone. What do we have in this room that was so important to trap it?
What's in here?
Tongue of Madness. Okay, we've got some cool ingredients. Didn't need the torch. Can you get up to this barrel? Yes, but it's just torches.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
And then we've got another pathway down here. That is just decoration. We can't open it. Failed survival. Presumably there's something to dig up. But we'll never know. Hey, Scratch. You want to find something for us to dig up? Come on, boy. There's something around here to find. You've got a good nose for that sort of thing. Nah, I guess not. Sometimes he looks things, you know, he spots things. Or at least points things out.
To do.
But can't really force him to do it. Nah, well.
At the ready.
Not a big deal. So that's this area explored. So we could go out here. Just worried at what point we're going to get noticed by people in the area. And that causing us problems. Because surely it's going to happen.
That might be worth a look.
Yes, it might. And is there a convenient teleport spot nearby? The answer seems to be no. We found one. Someone jumped. Hello? Raven, Ledger, Return, Ka. Yes. That was the Raven for the guy who was telling us to return the ledger. We're aware.
Missing. Rascal brown puppy. Jagoda black and white cat. Zola. Oh, that's a lot of missing pads.
Yeah. It's odd. How far do I want to go with this? Because we did notice a teleport spot here, which surely we could use, but we also saw right over here across the bridge there were definitely soldiers. And there's no guarantee there aren't soldiers here. I could, on the other hand... No, I think we already explored around the side of the tavern. Didn't we? I don't know. Just see this staircase, and I don't remember if I went up there and looked. Guess not. No, we explored over here. Where does this connect to? I assume somewhere we already were. No. I don't think we went in this room. Which strikes me as odd. So we did a pretty good job of going everywhere. Oh, come back. The fact that everything just keeps disappearing when he gets too close is slightly difficult to work with. Don't need those. I'm sure this connects to somewhere we were. At least I would think so. But so far, no. These all have one item in them, but the items don't seem important. But I'm gonna keep looting them just to see, because you never know when there's gonna be some powerful rare magic item. That barrel is empty. Nothing of note in any of those. Okay, what do we have here? We've definitely gotten somewhere new. How close is this to where... No, our teleport spot's there. I guess that's the question of, do I deal with this guy now? I want to. But if we do, we're going to have to, at current... Oh, that's the stash. That's pretty close, actually. So if we go there now, we're going to have to teleport probably to here, run over, talk to him, teleport to here, and run all the way back. Or maybe we go in one of these other entrances, just to see other stuff. At some point we need to interact with people, but I do want to just... Basically the end of the episode, so I want to just deal with this now while it's on my mind. So yes, let's teleport. Then we'll head out through here. We have to remember how to get to him. So it's up the left passage. Yeah. Up this way. Something like this. I think in this general direction. Let's see. No, not at all. Definitely not. Let's go back. It's more down. Where is he? He's back here. Yeah. There we go. I guess before we get too close, we'll toss down a save just to be sure. Because we don't know how this is going to play out. And while we're healthy, we are a bit low on spells. Also, that raven is not flapping. That is not how ravens stay in the air. Are you okay, Mr. Raven?
We are
There you
fortunate
go.
to have found a companion.
Companion. Companion.
Be at ease. None could ever replace you.
I don't remember if I saved. I intended to. I think I did. Alright, he who was. We found your ledger.
The air stirs in trepidation. You have the ledger.
I do. Tell me why you want it first. Here, take it. How do you know I have the ledger? Tell me why you want it first.
To punish a murderer. If that is not enough, leave. I have no time for those lacking commitment.
Who do you serve? How do you know I have the ledger?
The Raven always knows.
Alright, well, take it.
We have it. Her lies, her guilt. Madeline reported her friends to a dark justiciar and fled when they were butchered. Well, she flees no more. I will be the conduit for Madeline's spirit. I will force her to face trial, and you will be the judge. Make her beg. Make her suffer.
I'm here to make sure she sees justice. Let's see what she has to say first. I'm going to punish her thoroughly. I think I'll just kill you instead. No, I'm here to make sure she sees justice. It may not be what you agree to, but it's going to be my justice.
There is no justice for traitors. Only pain.
This guy is a bit intense.
Witness.
Who do you serve?
You. He said I was gonna be punished. That you'd be the judge. But I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
Why don't you tell me what happened? You didn't mean to kill your friends? How laughable. It's alright, I'm not here to judge you. Why don't you tell me what happened?
I said it didn't mean nothing. That Ben and Mark were just drunk and whining. The Dark Justiciar promised she was gonna chat with him. She promised!
What did the Dark Justiciar actually do to your friends? If it was drunk complaining, why did you report them? I think that's the more valid question.
The Dark Justiciar said to report everything, big or small. She ain't the type you say no to. She gave him a dagger each and told him to press it against their stomachs on the count of 3 to start stabbing and not stop till she said so.
Ugh.
She never said stop. I'd do anything to take it back. Anything.
Anything, then hurt yourself as Ben and Mark did. Stab yourself. What happens to this guy? Pathetic. You murdered your friends. You're a coward. There's nothing you need to do. This wasn't your fault, I promise. I mean, she turned in her friends, knowing... Like, you can claim you didn't know the Dark Justiciar would do anything because you claimed that it meant nothing. But Dark Justiciars are pretty well known for how they act. You were in a city overruled by Dark Justiciars and Shar worshippers. It's like, can you really claim you didn't know it was going to happen? Also, we don't know the spell he used. Is she capable of lying? Don't know. Like, having her stab herself feels bad. That's probably what he wants. Although, again, I don't know what happens to his body if she does that. Because she's in his body. but he wants to make sure she suffers. So I guess he recognizes that that is damage to him. I don't know, this is weird. It definitely was partially your fault. You can claim you didn't realize what was going to happen, but you had enough clues to know how that was going to play out. And you sold them out to save your own skin. But do I think you need to stab yourself repeatedly to atone? Not really. That feels bad too. So just, we'll go with a more neutral-ish response of pathetic. You murdered your friends. You're a coward. Because I think that is mostly what it was. She was afraid of the Dark Justiciars, knew she would get better treatment herself if she reported on others, and was hoping that it wouldn't turn out too badly for them. And it turns out it did.
You're right. I'm a killer. A monster. I should have died instead.
Glorious. Look, my hand still shakes. You broke her most thoroughly. Well done.
This was just some perverted fantasy of yours, wasn't it? She was punished, that's all that matters. That was fun. I feel like we stepped over some lines. This was just some perverted fantasy of yours, wasn't it?
Perhaps. But we both got what we wanted, didn't we? You have done well. Her pain and anguish were sublime. I will treasure it. Here, for your services. Should I find another murderer in need of torment, I shall call upon you. Farewell.
You were so weird. No rest for the wicked, Shadowheart's inspired. Of course Shadowheart's happy with what happened here. We gave the ledger to he who was and punished the killer for the crimes. He was pleased. Raven gloves. Summon quoth the raven. Summons a raven familiar that can blind enemies with its beak. When a hostile creature kills the raven familiar, they must succeed a dexterity saving throw or become ensnared. So it just allows us to summon a raven familiar. Neat. Level 3 Conjuration? That's a level 3 spell? I would have thought that would be like a level 1 spell. How powerful is this raven? Dark and suitably moody, these gloves are perfect for wearing while thinking about poetry. I guess, except... Is there anyone whose gauntlets aren't great? Probably not. You've got the acid stuff we just got. You've got your awesome gauntlets. And you got your radiant. No. I think we want to keep everyone's gauntlets. So... let's quickly teleport back to here. Run back to the bridges. I think that's where we're going to end the episode.
Let's try this way.
If I can figure out how to get out of here.
Worth a rummage?
Down this way somewhere, I think. So do we want to go here to go through a different bridge? That's the question. Because this will take us to the toll house. Nope, we don't want a new marker. Or we could skip this and actually go back here to just try and get straight to the Masons Guild. Yeah. Where is the Moonrise Towers? I thought it was somewhere in this area. We've got Rescue the Tieflings. I thought Moonrise Towers, maybe it is here, the Toll House being the way into it. I don't know if I... Yeah, part of me wants to go there because we're supposed to investigate. And part of me is worried to go there. Because if we go in here... I can't see. Step a little closer. See if I can see if there are, in fact, people in here. Not that I can see, actually. At least not thus far. But it's called the Toll House. Like, I know they're wanting us to go there first to investigate before we... Why are there just gold pieces lying around? Anyway, we're supposed to investigate Moonrise Towers early. So I'm thinking we should just go for it, as much as it worries me. I don't know. I'll think on it. But yeah, we're going to end today's episode here. I will see you guys next time as we continue to explore this Shadow Realm area. See you then. Bye.